Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome to, I believe it's episode 7 of Tales of the Grimoire. I'm Basement 45, the clan media manager. With me tonight, I've got Ancient Child.
Hi, how are you?
I've got Bahamut.
Hey, everybody.
And we have our Canadian friend to the north, Phil.
How's it going?
All right. So, this was supposed to be up on Twitch. Twitch crapped out on me, so we're just going to record this, post it up on YouTube for everybody this week. And topic is just free form Taken King discussion. So, who wants to jump in and start things off?
Well, let's start with what's everyone most excited about in the expansion?
Raid.
Yeah, the raid. Yeah. It's just like last time when the answer was Fatebringer. This time the answer is raid, and so we got to move on to the second question.
Yeah.
I've got to break form on that. I'm more excited about the new subclasses that let you play every part of the game in a whole new way. Let you go back to the old raids, play it a new way. Let you do PvP a new way. Story missions. I'm more excited about the subclasses than anything else. I think the raid's going to be fantastic, but I think that's a piece of the puzzle. I'm all for going into the new raid with my void bow, but I want to go run into Crota's End in the Abyss and blast out the void bow. I want to tether all the knights after the wizard and let them all take damage together with the tether. I think there's so many new gameplay possibilities that the new subclasses bring that it really lets us play the whole game in a new way, that the raid's just a piece of the puzzle.
When I saw them do the showing the other day on Tuesday when they did the playing through the new on patrols and what you can do on patrols, and I saw the void bow lock down 2 of the bosses at the same time, and everybody running in with swords. I've been saying for a long time, and now that I finally made 3 classes instead of just 3 titans, so people will say, "Oh, well, which one do you like the best now?" And I keep saying that I still think a Titan with a Saint 14 bubble is the most useful thing in PvE, not PvP. I like the Warlock in PvP. But, oh my god, I think that Void Bow might be the most useful thing in PvE going forward. I mean, it's just dominant when you
It's crazy, and there's an ability on that Void Bow where everything that's tethered doesn't split the damage, but it all takes the damage. So if you have 4 knights all tethered together, and everyone shoots one of them, everything tethered takes full damage. So you can kill 6 knights if they're tethered together just by killing one of them. And think about after the wizard in the Crota's End, after the Death Singer, all of those knights at the bottom, that turns into a 45-second clear instead of the 5 minutes it takes to clear all that shit. That's huge. That's just huge.
All of the new subclasses look OP. They really do.
Yeah.
Compared to the existing ones,
Titan.
Other than running Voidwalker and PvP, I'm not sure that I'll ever want to use any of the old classes.
Oh, well, the Titan, man. The Titan, their new super looks like it's a Golden Gun and Blade Dancer all wrapped into one. It's kind of like, what is that? Talk about overpowered. It looks fantastic. So.
It has the radiance buffs because you can throw a hammer on the ground and it makes a buff for whoever stands in that fucking the little sunspot, and then you can stand in there and toss more hammers while everybody gets the buff and can blow the hell. I mean, just all of the new supers just seem totally OP compared.
But one thing to remember about that, they do seem to be OP, but. Can you imagine what Bungie has in store, the enemies they have in store for those supers? If they're that powerful, it's not going to be cakewalk. It's going to be hard. But I'm looking forward to the raid myself too. And but using the supers in the new, the raid and the Dreadnought, exploring that, it looks massive. I don't know if you noticed from the stream, it looked huge. That area, that one area is hey, there's something over there, and it looked way bigger than anything else that's been in the game so far, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that for sure.
Not just bigger, but more intricate too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Not even just more space, but more going on in the space when it does get closed in. A lot of open space, but when you do get into areas, it seems like there's a lot of pathways and branches and stuff like that. You'd like to hope that there'd be as big of a kind of exploration factor as possible.
Oh, I'm sure there is. It's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be a lot of secrets to find in there, and that's what they're saying. Even with the with the raid and with the dreadnought, that there's just secrets everywhere, and you can go anywhere and just find stuff that it's just going to take some hunting and some looking for stuff. And hell, they even built a perk into the hunter on the new skill tree to help you find stuff, which is very neat for the playability again of adding the hunter, who was the least PvE friendly of the classes from the launch of the game, now kind of getting more to add to the group, which is fantastic for people like me who just want to play their hunter all day every day.
You are dead right about that, having played back through all the classes now. Like, the hunter, when it comes to PvE, it's awesome in PvP. It really is, man. The hunter class is awesome in PvP.
Yeah.
But in PvE, I think it's the recovery time is what gets me.
It was a part of it, but just the abilities as well. Like in Vault of Glass, when that was the only raid we had, I felt like I was a detriment to the group as either a gunslinger or a blade dancer. Well, blade dancer brought nothing to the table to a group in any way, shape, or form for that whole first raid. Once we got Crota's End, blade dancer was definitely helpful. The revives are about the only thing that was PvE friendly on the hunter. But it was, aside from that, it didn't bring a whole lot to PvE at all. We got the Nighthawk Helm with the last expansion, which gave us, at least we could take down bosses, and that 6x damage is huge. That thing is
that's so much fun just to pop your super, just destroy like a mini boss. Oh, I love it.
Right, yeah, and that was a great boon for it. But now it's like a full. Well, every other class had a support class, and the hunter did. Now we have what I feel is probably the best support class when you throw all everything together with the Night Stalker, from the group invisibility to the tethering of enemies with the debuffs to the buffs you can do for the groups. So it's very, very cool stuff there.
Depending on the exotic that goes with it, it might be as good as a Saint 14. I'm not sure yet, but it might.
Still won't give that to the hunter, eh, Baha?
I know, I'm just saying, I'm going to have to try it first. It depends on the exotic, that's all I'm saying.
You know that Night Stalker can also send a tether up on the teammates that gives them the armor, both armor of light and weapons of light at the same time by being tethered.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm not denying that it is. It's just the fact, like with the Saint 14, I can pop in and out and constantly have full health. Like everything comes near me is blind. Like it's a monster. I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah. All right. So we've got classes. We've got a raid. We've got swords. Swords and relics are huge as well. Just kind of like woo. Too much fun stuff going on.
Hey, AC, what do you think about my dream for Destiny 3, where the sword play is completely it's almost like exactly like Ninja Gaiden Black?
Ninja Gaiden. That's what they need to do with it.
Sexy with that. How sexy would that be?
Interesting to see what they are doing with it, because I guess different swords have different abilities, different swipes, different attacks. So that's kind of neat.
Yes, it is.
But it's still far cry from Ninja Gaiden. If they were to do that, I said from the beginning, that was how you balance the Blade Dancer. Whenever he was bitching that Blade Dancing was too powerful, the way to balance that was to make the moves hard to do but still powerful as hell. Make it powerful button combos. So,
Could you imagine knocking like a Centurion in the air, doing your double jump, and then doing a Zuna drop right down into the ground?
That would be the way to do it.
God. That would be amazing. I'm done. I'll move on.
Yes, to subscribe to our podcast. Good ideas here going on, yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, Ninja Gaiden with Destiny swords combined, magic, heaven.
Yeah, actually one of the things I think is neatest about the swords is actually a defense mechanism built in where you can do it and block with them. That's a neat mechanic for potentially getting in close to do some massive damage.
Mm-hmm. And as they're saying, there's a lot of risk versus reward going on with the swords, which means they are going to be powerful as all hell, but a lot of people are going to die a lot of times trying to get in close to use them. I will lead that charge to my death. So any lemmings who want to follow along, feel free.
It could actually be kind of overpowered when you mix that with a Sunset or Revive, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It could be really gross.
You know what it encourages me to think, though, is that, especially seeing as how much Bungie plays their own game, is that they needed to get away from the idea that difficulty came from very large numbers of enemies and very large kind of number of hit points, and that what you need is a lot of mechanics. You need a lot of varied mechanics. So you need defensive options and different offensive options, and you need to have a team using all of these different options to create your difficulty. Not just sit in a corner and freaking whittle down a gigantic health bar. So the whole thing just kind of encourages me seeing some of the stuff that's come.
Yeah, they have said flat out they're doing away with bullet sponges, and that's awesome. So
it really is. Like the mechanics of Atheon just make it a great video game fight. It just does.
Yep.
Yeah. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is Court of Oryx there that we saw on the stream the other day. It's tier 1, tier 2, okay, 3 people, but tier 3, it seems like 3 people will have a hard time doing it, and just like any other public event, are you gonna have to wait on some randoms? Like, there's no one here. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's our, I need more people.
I think that's part of what they're planning. I think they're planning on needing more people and having to have more people around, and but if that's where the loot's at, that's where the people are going to be. So I don't think it'll be that big of a problem.
Yeah, it depends on the loot. It depends on the drops. As long as it's not PoE 35 level.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Well,
they have grade level bosses.
Yeah. True.
But it would be nice if they could do fire teams of 6. I think there.
Yes, I agree.
Fire teams of 3 is gonna be hard to coordinate.
Great.
The thing though about the number of players, if you think about public events previously, though, is that they were all randomly generated, and even though you could go to a site, it being kind of randomly generated, it was hard to kind of think about like coordinating things with just randoms.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're constantly having public events generated, and this way it works is the mechanics let you constantly generate public events
in the one spot.
If you go to patrol, you're probably going there to do public events and get rewards. So I think it's going to be a lot easier from that standpoint. Like, that's why people are going to be there, is to go do the public event. So I think it'll be a little bit easier than it was in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Yeah, I think everyone's just going to migrate over to the Court of Oryx, or most of the people there after the first day or so, once they have all the stuff they need to start it. And I think I've even heard that you might be able to buy at least the level 1 relics that you need to sacrifice to start the court, so that might get more people just showing up straight there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the question is, like, in 4 months, is it still going to be something you can...
Yes, exactly.
Well, hopefully in 4 months we have the next expansion out.
Oh, I don't know. I think we're looking at a drought again. I think this is a big expansion. They're going to make us wait for more content. But
I don't know.
That's okay. It gives time for Fallout.
Yes, Fallout.
Yeah, nothing gives enough time for fucking Fallout.
Man, the schedule of games coming out over the next 8 months, it's just unbelievable.
It's not fair.
Every year you think, God, there's no way next year there's going to be this many freaking amazing AAA games to play. And not only are there more, but they're also like Witcher. It's so expanded what an RPG like scale could be. I think in a lot of ways. And there's just a lot of games coming that are doing a lot of new things. It's how you're supposed to fit it all in is beyond me. It really is.
Yeah, so just gonna have to whittle it down to what you really want to play. I took a good long look at everything coming out. I know I want to play Uncharted. That's a given. That looks fantastic. But I've scratched a lot of stuff off the list. I'm looking at Uncharted when that comes. I'm looking at The Division is going to be huge.
Yeah.
Just for the team play and building upon what we've already got going with the clan. There's a lot of people interested in that game, and it's going to be a good game that translates well. It's an RPG shooter. Sounds like it might be up our alley, And so that's huge on my list, and I've whittled it down to about that. And I'm writing a lot of other stuff off because this year I think I spent less money on video games this year than I have in 10 years, thanks to Destiny.
Absolutely,
that's really all I'm playing. And the other games I did buy, I didn't freaking play. I played Dying Light for a week. I played Grand Theft Auto for a week, maybe 2 weeks, and aside from that, man, if I'm home, it's Destiny, and if I'm not home, it's Hearthstone on the iPad, and that's it, man. That's my video game life right now. It's
games that I fell in love with, I didn't beat. Like, I fell in love with Witcher 3, and I didn't finish it. Because I got Destiny pulled me back into things going on in it, and I got back into the cycle, and then I got into PvP. That, like, opened up the game completely for me, getting into PvP. It was like starting the game over from scratch, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the only game I finished is Bloodborne since Destiny came out. I have not finished anything else, and I've loved any number of games that I've bought.
But Bloodborne came in at the right time, right in the lull between Dark Below and House of Wolves, right?
Yeah, if it wasn't
out a month or two later, I wouldn't have finished
played it. Wouldn't have finished it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, one of the things I'm actually kind of considering doing is with, and not to derail it, but, you know, we'll be doing that Extra Life stream where I'm actually trying to get it going for like 72 hours or something like that as a clan. I actually think to get in the game until dawn, I might do that as part of my streaming time, just so I have a chance to play that freaking game, because I'll never play it otherwise. But I definitely want to play it.
Yeah. That's a game that I'd like to play through once with, like, the What's Your Sphere, yada yada, get it. But I can't justify $60 on it, man, because I know I will play it once. Maybe I'll finish it, and then it'll be like, I could be 95% done, loving it completely, and be like, what? We're rating? Okay, and back off I go, you know? And so, yeah, it's a double-edged sword. I really have to look at what I'm spending the money on. Not that I can't afford it, but is it worth the investment if I'm not really going to play it? So.
I've discovered that IB week kills my interest in other games. Like, I'll be into something, and then IB week comes along, and I do it for like 7 hours a day.
All I have to say is they better change up Iron Banner to something other than Control, and they've hinted that they're gonna. And I would love nothing more than to see Rift, you know, the capture the flag mode go into it, or something has to happen. Because honestly, I had no intention of playing Iron Banner this last time around, and I was like, I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm not gonna play it. I've got other stuff I want. Fellner's Lie, okay, Iron Banner. You know, because I've been hunting for freaking year, man. And but I really could have cared less about Iron Banner this time around.
It's very laggy too. That's one of the big things I noticed, like, about Iron Banner. It's very laggy, like more than regular Control. I don't know what it is, why, but it's definitely more laggy, and it kind of ruins the experience, or not ruins it, but lessens it for sure.
Yeah.
I play a lot of PvP. I didn't feel like I was seeing anything that much worse in Iron Banner. I felt it was like 50-50, whether you got a team that was lagging or you got a team that wasn't. I think it's during Iron Banner week we spent so much more time in PvP than usual that you feel it a lot more. But I'm in the Crucible every day before work. I mean, I looked at my breakdown on Destiny Tracker, and I mean, for us being a primarily PvE clan, it's like 92% of my time in Destiny is played in the Crucible, and that's that I was like, that can't be right. And I looked, I'm like, well, yeah, I guess so, because I play at night with the clan and stuff, but in the mornings before work, that's just, I'm in the Crucible, and that's what I'm doing. And it's you get your laggy matches, you get your non-laggy matches, and it's back and forth. You know, I think Iron Banner week we just all spend so much more time in it that it's that much more more noticeable.
Very possible.
Yeah.
I was just, back to what you're saying, primarily being PvE. If you look back at the last 3 Iron Banners, though, we have kicked ass.
We have. I am so glad. Like, I tell you, my mentality coming into Grimoire was, I know I PvP a lot, and I don't mind PvPing solo. Actually, I do better without the pressure of, I got a team I got to worry about, so I generally just, I'm the random guy on other people's teams, and I can have more fun that way. My concern was, man, I need a team I can raid with. I want to do all this PvP content, and it'll be hard to get a team to raid if I don't find a clan that's focused on that stuff. So I joined a PvE clan, even though I do more PvP than anything else. Watching everybody else come into the Crucible more than us, I mean, we're a balanced clan now. We do both. a lot. I'm like, this is awesome. This is great. I've got a great group of guys I play with on both sides, and that's fantastic shit right there. So.
D-Beam and I were talking about that the other night, that like probably because we didn't get a raid with the House of Wolves, that everybody started spending time in PvP, and all of a sudden we're really good at it.
Yeah, man. If we go in with a full clan group, we're winning 90% of our matches. I mean, that's flat out. I'd say easily 90% of the matches we win if we have a full clan group, and it doesn't even matter the makeup of who it is. It's just because we communicate well. I mean, I'm shit. I'm shit with a gun. That's why I'm so excited about swords. You know, I love shooters, but I'm not very fucking good at them, and I can admit that. And it's cool, but man, we get in there, we communicate, and it works, and we win, and that's what it's all about. So.
Well, that's where I think where it's really going to shine is in Rift. I really think that should be the new Iron Banner playlist.
I totally agree.
And it could be really great if they put that into private matches.
I have
too.
I have a little one up. I have to disappear, so I may or may not make it back. I'll be back in a minute.
Take it easy. Yeah.
And we're sticking true to the kids come first credo, am I right?
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Rift looks really, really cool from the team play. That looks like an awful mode to play with a bunch of random people, but as a clan, that could be really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Get into and play.
Get a hunter as your runner, and the friggin', yeah.
I'd be okay with it as long as it was 6 randoms on 6 randoms, but there's nothing worse than you're like in a party of 2, and everybody else is a random, or you're a party of 6 randoms, and you go up against a team of 6. You're just gonna get kicked in the. It's gonna suck. It's just gonna be bad. Those are such frustrating mess. I think Rift would just amplify that though. Where like if you ever got into a team like a full fire team and you're not, it's just.
Oh yeah. Oh that would suck. That would suck so hard.
Yes, it will. And it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be terrible for those people.
Oh, I know. It'll test the will of people not to back out.
Right. But I do kind of wonder if they're setting up Rift to be kind of the competitive mode in like the MLG kind of circuits and things like that. You know, you kind of have your 3-man with like elimination, but I really think Rift is more the esports kind of route because it's.
I don't know if they're trying to go esports with Destiny. To be honest, I mean, look at the supers. Look at the one shot. That's not in regular game unless you're going with Inferno or whatever. No supers. But I mean What's less competitive than I can kill you in one shot no matter what? You know what I'm saying? I have this big ball that'll kill all the teams. It's. I don't think they're aiming for MLG, so I don't know.
Yeah, I do know that if they ever put in private or matches, clan Rift matches will be awesome.
Yes, definitely.
That will be great.
I mean, honestly, like I'm surprised they don't have private server availability. It seems like with the number of clans in Destiny that it would be cost effective.
But again, it's a netcode thing, right? They'd have to go and rewrite all the netcode because right now it's kind of a hybrid between, because you have to contact Destiny servers and the host, right? So it's a hybrid between peer-to-peer and servers. But if you go, everything's hosted on one server, then you have to. It's a complete rewrite. They won't do that. Not with Destiny 1. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought something like this in for Destiny 2, but not with Destiny 1.
Well, I don't think they anticipated the amount of time people were going to spend in the game either, and they've come out and said that too.
You know what? You say that, but I feel like they had it crafted precisely. Like, I'll put it to you like this. I finished leveling my 27th and final exotic, 2 weeks ago? I mean, like, literally about a month before the time that the new thing comes out. So I'm just saying, if you, put in time every single day to go and get every single thing in the game, it almost ended out to where you finished up right about the time that a new expansion came out. I'm not sure. I think they might have calculated it to the instant.
I don't know. They had that one quote in I think it was the Edge magazine where, we're kind of, Bungie's still run by the seat of their pants. They're super huge, but they're run like they're a small studio, and it kind of shows in a lot of stuff. Not that it's bad, it's just that they're not thinking massive yet. They're still, trying to run things the way they used to, and it's creating some issues because of that. It's a great game, but you can tell the issues that, especially on the community management / listening to, you tell like they're not as fast as they could be type of deal.
I wish we could play the true online game without the lag and the every time you fire, or at least for me, every time I fire like a rocket launcher and it blows up in somebody's face and like they don't die and they just run through it and then shotgun you in the face.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Frustrating.
That one. So my dad was in the military and he used to have this saying that 100 attaboys were worth one aw shit.
Yeah.
Right? So that it took you 100 attaboys to make up for one fuck up. And that's kind of how it is in the Crucible too, where it's like one Nova bomb that blows up right around everybody and doesn't kill anybody, or one rocket that blows up around everybody and doesn't kill anybody, or one person who just like morphs through the wall and reappears and shoots you. It destroys the previous 30 minutes of enjoyment in a way. You know what I mean? Like mentally, it just kind of distracts you.
So in summary, they should have dropped my Hawk Moon about 20 times by now. Instead of the big fat 0.
Yes.
I can't believe that you of all people haven't got it. Phil, you know how Base got his first Galahorn, right?
Yes, like first week or something.
You don't know how Base got his first Galahorn?
It was the first raid, right? In that one chest. Yeah.
Yeah, my very first raid.
First chest.
Well, it's karma, right? That's how he gets Galley? Hasn't got.
Yeah, exactly.
Karma.
That's probably true.
Oh, there's AC back.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to cut out. I have to go. I'm being summoned to the bedtime story raid apparently. So I have to go do some more reading. So I'm sorry for cutting out early, but yeah, I'm gonna have to. But I appreciate you guys having me on. I wish I could talk longer, but yeah, definitely gonna have to take off. I'll talk to y'all later.
I'll see plenty of you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, take it easy, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime.
Take it easy.
All right. So, what else are we looking forward to with Taken King? We kind of talk subclasses. We kind of talk PvP.
The only thing I'd say about PvP is that I hope the weapon balancing really turns out to what people were hoping for. I hope there's a good assortment of weapons that'll all give you a good shot in a firefight and make sense from different ranges and whatnot. I hope it's.
I predict my prediction for PvP after 2.0 or weapon rebalancing. Pulse rifles will be OP. Everybody's going to be rocking Red Death and whatever pulse rifle because they're nerfing hand cannons. They're buffing auto rifles, but I don't think auto rifles have already had their time in the sun. I'm betting pulse rifles.
I'd be okay with that. That takes at least some skill to hit with a pulse rifle.
Yeah.
But
man, people are sick of hand cannons.
Oh God, yes.
Fucking hate Thorn.
Like literally, like everybody. So the only big debate anymore is what do you hate more, Thorn or the Last Word?
Thorn.
Big. Oh fuck no! Last Word is 1,000 times worse. It's funny. B, the other accountant, right? B, the other accountant, the guy who looks at it strictly from numbers, he hates the Last Word 1,000 times more. He doesn't even care about Thorn.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate the Last Word. I hate it so much.
so much.
It's just you're like, oh, here I am. I'm dead. It's
exactly.
Just, so stupid. Anyways.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the whole hand cannon thing is the whole reason I kind of stopped playing PvP there for the last month and a half. I just couldn't take it anymore. But the couple times I've popped in recently, it's been fun with the clan. So.
Oh, one thing we haven't talked about with Taken King is the story.
Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts on the?
Holy crap! How good did the cutscenes look so far?
Spoilers, by the way, for everybody. Spoilers. Stop watching now.
Yeah, but the cutscenes look really freaking good so far.
They do.
Yeah. I really like. I haven't watched much of it, but I really like the Nolan bot voice. It's fantastic.
I don't know. You know what?
It's got life to it.
I thought Ghost. It depends on where. Like his voice is more kind of cartoony, which is fine. I just don't think that's where they were going to go. It kind of changes the focus of kind of Destiny into a less serious kind of game. You know what I'm saying? Same with Cade 6's voice in the cutscene. It's like, I didn't, I thought and it's fine. That's the way they're going. It's just not the way I thought they were going to go.
Yeah. I think it's going to be neat. I'm actually going to, maybe after, late October, I'll play the story mode over again or something like that, just to experience it that way. But you got to get in sufficient rating until I start that over.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll start a different character class.
Like there was actual exposition though between the characters.
Right.
Like a huge improvement. Like there were characters talking to each other during a story. Right. Like it wasn't just a character talking to you being silent. It was one character talk to another character. It was mind-blowing. I know that's sad. That's what I'm excited about, but it's true.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It'll make them something other than just like a bounty receptacle,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, actually, I might sacrifice my hunter on the altar of Oryx to restart the story.
You just restart it with your fully leveled one. It ain't gonna change anything.
Oh, there's the first mission you can't do. So there, you're not gonna get the full experience if you do that. Yeah.
Oh my God, you could watch that 3 minutes on YouTube, just so you know.
No, you're not experiencing. What we definitely need with the Nolan droid or whatever is they need to bring back the line, that wizard came from the moon.
That's right.
Nolan North voice.
I feel like we're about to have an argument over the semantics of experience.
No, we're not.
Oh, by the way, that's an inside raid team joke, by the way. I don't know if you remember that one, but that's an inside raid team joke. Right?
I feel like
I remember the semantics discussion, yes.
The semantics discussion, yeah, good times.
We can edit this part out for general consumption.
No editing this. True to form. But all I know is that we better find somebody new to jump down a hole of Thrall while shooting a Nova Bomb, saying that I got this, guys.
Yeah.
So you weren't there for that one, Phil. That was back at Crota launch.
It's still funny.
It was.
Yeah. We've had any number of funny moments, but no doubt the funniest was Wales blowing himself up and then his wife walking in and catching him playing when he shouldn't have been playing. And him
that was good.
Oh, him getting in trouble with the wife while we all listened to was classic. Especially because he went from, God damn it, I blew up, the juxtaposition between the two, it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, honey. Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Cartoon down.
Yeah. So my brain is about fried. I don't know if you guys got anything else to chat about.
No, I got nothing.
PvP, stories, subclasses. I mean, the only other thing to talk about, I guess, is kind of the weapon foundation. The different companies and how the different weapons will kind of have.
We haven't talked about that.
I mean, whatever. I mean, it sounds, what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Vault Hunters, Borderlands.
Borderlands 2, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what occurs to me. Is very similar to that, which worked out real good for that game, I think. So.
Which, by the way, Hyperion, great weapons. Hyperion, love Hyperion. But yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of that, where whatever, the things with the gunsmith, and you'll try out his weapons. I mean,
that's pretty.
That's a great idea. Yeah, more to do. It'd be nice.
Yeah, more to do. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's probably at the end, like in a couple months, by November, we'll probably be like, yeah, another weapon, whatever. But it's still gonna be, at least it's something else, because now it's just adding, right? You still have the old stuff, the Nightfalls, the weekly, and now it's gonna be another thing. It's your weekly weapon drop, right? Which is pretty cool. Like it's something else. It just adds, you do now. You'll have 3 raids to do when you get tired of the new raid, like 2, so it's it's good stuff. It's good. It's content, right? I mean,
Right.
which I don't know if you guys agree, but I think the game was kind of lacking in the content department at first, but by now it's got some pretty good content. Like,
Yeah, I will never complain about a game's content level if I have like 20 days of playtime in it.
Oh yeah. No. My point is no. It's not just. I'm not saying that I didn't play it a lot. It's just I played it a lot, doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over again. Not that I didn't enjoy it. It's just that it would be nice to be more varied. And now that we're getting that variety, right?
Well,
I did enjoy it. It's just a lot of the same stuff.
A lot of Destiny's content, though, is your interactions with the clan members.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
that I think that's the point for like people, like if you read any online discussion of the game, folks inevitably just talk about the content is one of the first things that always comes up,
Yes.
but it's just such a different experience if you have a good clan that you're a part of and good guys to play with, not just guys, but good guys, girls, whatever, good people to play with. It's like that's what makes the game. Like I could go kill Fogoth for the 6,000th time. But if I did it with you and Phil, it's going to be a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the other thing to talk about that just occurred to me is like the fact we got the new enemy types, and I think they look like they're going to be more interesting and difficult than some of the ones we already have. And then the new strikes that they look like they're heading down towards, I think the one they streamed last week probably was showcasing one of the more boring sets of mechanics, which is good because it's leaps and bounds beyond what they have already. The little bit that they've previewed out of the PlayStation exclusive strike there with the Vax, that looks like it's got raid mechanics that are more complicated than what Crota was, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm excited about the mechanics. I'm hoping with the defensive capabilities, I would love, just like kind of Bloodborne or any of the action games, I would love to have counters, right? Like, I would love to be able to counter, like, melees and things from other enemies and do a big attack off of that counter. That would be so awesome if they would add in a defensive capability with your melee with the sword and things like that. Yeah. I'm just really hoping they realize they just need to keep tossing in mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Add mechanics, add new ways to interact with the environment and enemies and things.
Here's an idea. Double-wield weapons with like a hand cannon or a sidearm in your left hand, and then you can counter like Bloodborne. Like the enemy's coming and bang, you shoot him, and then he's stunned, and you can come in with your
I would love as many mechanics as possible. I mean, even if that's only something you can do on a specific subclass. Like, right, you have like 9 different subclasses. Toss in a lot of variation.
Yeah, exactly.
Make them different. Make them throw in as many mechanics as possible. I'm hoping that's where we're going. I mean, it seems like they're getting that. You can tell. I think the best thing you can see from this expansion is that the people who made it play the game.
Yeah.
What they were lacking in these areas.
And they listened to what people were saying, too.
Yeah, or they're at least trying their best to.
Yeah.
And that's really all you can ask.
Well, and for sure they play it if they're asking their bosses for dedicated servers.
Exactly.
I'll just throw that out there. They're really playing it if they're asking for dedicated servers. Jesus. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else have anything?
No.
That's it.
All right. So thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll be back probably sometime later in September. Work schedule's been kind of tight, and we're going to not have time to podcast because we're going to be too busy playing Destiny when it launches the Taken King stuff. But we're going to have to start gearing up for Extra Life there in early November. So keep your eyes on the clan stuff for streaming schedules, giveaways, crazy-ass things that we'll do based on hitting fundraising marks.
Don't forget Iggy's T-shirt campaign.
Another couple days on the T-shirt campaign. If you haven't watched this yet, get your clan T-shirts. We may or may not be getting a couple of those for giveaways as well, if we can, for the Extra Life stuff. And, one of the things that'll be interesting to you guys, as I'm sure you know, being on the raid team and seeing the Extra Life stuff, is if we hit that $1,000 mark, I want to take the raid team out and I'm going to do that god-awful hot pepper raid thing. where I will ingest one of those fucking jalapenos, and I will not do anything about it until we finish that raid. And if you guys intentionally make it worse, I will kill every one of you.
Do you trust me to not just run over the edge every chance I get?
Yeah.
Do you trust me to not like rocket launch or something right in your face? You know what I mean? Like the whole time, so you can't see shit. I throw blinding grenades in your face. I'm gonna be going like an asshole.
Do Crota and start running around the crystal. But not starting.
No, he won't let us do Crota because there's no way we could just screw that up for eternity.
Yeah, but we can do Crota normal in like 20 minutes.
Yes, if we're not.
Here's what I would do, Lace. If you would have one beer, I would go ahead and finish the raid.
Yeah.
Peer pressure or an evil influence.
Maybe I need a new raid team.
No, never mind. I rescind. I apologize. That will not happen, sir.
Alrighty, so thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.
All right, see you later.